I'll be finishing up in this video. You will find links to parts 1 and 2 in the description. The painting is pretty solid now, but I want to make some refinements. In the whites of the vehicle, I want to add some more steps of value on the light side, ranging from almost straight white to light gray. I'll include any color shifts that I might see, as well as some that might just provide interest. I'll use some fairly thick paint for some of the brightest spots. I'm still free to substitute colors as long as the values remain about the same. You can see that I've already let some of the red of the background wall bleed into the shadow of the truck. My hope is that this will add some interest to the shadow while keeping the red wall from attracting too much attention. In the supporting areas, I'm looking for edges that I might be willing to sacrifice. It's a push-pull process in search of some kind of balance. There's no perfect stopping point. In fact, there will be any number of stopping points that could be considered a successful painting. My reference photos don't necessarily provide any direction about color choices, even if they do give me starting points. I'm mindful that some of my favorite paintings of the 19th and 20th centuries would have been painted in the studio using black and white photographs as reference, with color choices coming from field sketches, memory, and imagination. Scumbling semi-opaque washes over areas makes edges more subtle and creates new opportunities to selectively refine edges. This cycle can go on indefinitely. I try to remain alert for points at which an area just works. That point might be the addition of a detail that says just enough to convey the whole, or it might be a fog of shapes that just conveys some sense of reality without being specific about anything. Here I'm experimenting with some darker shapes. Very often, a few carefully placed shapes in the background will be all that is needed to define a foreground object. I want to have some darkness in this upper left corner, but not so much that it competes with the center of interest. The pavement here is a very flexible area in the picture, and I can pretty much do anything I want that might serve the composition. Picking out small, bright shapes is always satisfying, but I have to be careful not to overdo it. Dark accents can make a passage snap, but I don't want to overdo this either. I try to be more frugal with highlights and accents as I move away from the center of interest. Here I'm looking for excuses to place red tones in and around my main subject. Notice that I've overruled the photo reference and kept the shadow under the truck fairly light. That always had the potential to become a black hole, and there was no point in allowing that to happen. I'll give a nod to this chrome bumper, but I don't want to draw too much attention to it. After I've mounted the linen permanently to a panel, I'll make some pencil lines with a T-square to guide me in making a few important shapes plumb. The pencil can, of course, be erased later. And that's it. I'll put a website link in the description for anyone interested in acquiring this piece, or is just curious about where it ended up. I hope that was interesting to someone. Take care.